Hey, what's up, YouTube? So I would normally have my phone sideways like this, but it says orientation is locked for some reason, which is kind of new to me. I've never seen that happen before. So I apologize that we're going vertical. Is behind me all loaded up because I'm going on the water very shortly. But I wanted to come on in and do a live with Bassquatch. So I know a lot of people are making posts about Thanksgiving today and making posts about what they're thankful for, and I wanted to go into that a little bit because there's a ridiculous list of things that I am grateful for this year. But first I want to show you guys pulling drags at Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well. I want to show you guys, my wife bought me a new coffee mug the other day, the first day we were down in Tennessee, because she knew I was doing this video. She knows that I like to talk about what mug I use and stuff like that. So this is the interesting mug that she just gave me. So check this thing out. Look at the handle on this thing. This is a 36-ounce coffee mug. 36, look at this, it's the size of my head. 36-ounce coffee mug. So if I put my hand on it, if my coffee's not too hot, look at that. This thing is ridiculous. So this is the coffee mug I'm using today. It's not full, obviously, because 36 ounces of coffee would be ridiculous to try to drink at once. But, so I wanted to go in a little bit to what I am thankful for this year. And you guys are more than welcome to post the same. So this year has been one heck of a ride as far as kayak fishing goes for me. So the fact that I'm doing this video live from Tennessee, happy Thanksgiving, Patrick Williford, sorry. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well. This year has been absolutely crazy. So the fact that I'm down in Tennessee right now for, I think it's like an 8 or 9 day trip. I was in North Carolina filming at the Feel Free headquarters 2 days ago. And there's so many things going on for next season. It's seriously like completely mind-blowing to me with the opportunities and the things that are being presented to me. It's almost like I feel like people got the wrong person. Like, I feel like when people call me up and go, hey, we want to fly you to Texas, or hey, we want you to come to this event and do this or do that, I almost feel like I need to like pinch myself and ask them like, hey, are you sure you called the right person? Like, you know who you're calling, right? Because I have not been in the sport for 10 years like some other guys have, and I don't have 50,000 YouTube subscribers like some other guys have. And there's plenty of things that I have so many goals that I'm trying to reach. I have so many things that I'm trying to accomplish. So it always amazes me when I get presented these opportunities and I get to do these amazing things. And it's almost like I feel like I'm living in someone else's life, because why me? So that's what I'm thankful for, though, is I am thankful for the opportunities that I've had where I can have the right avenue to work extremely hard and sacrifice a lot of things to be able to have these opportunities. And I am thankful for my family supporting me when I was growing up, so I could kind of learn the entrepreneurship side. My family has been 3 generations of my family have been self-employed. So I was always raised to create a job instead of finding a job. So instead of putting out resumes, which I've done plenty of times, obviously, and I've worked at corporate levels, and I've had to look for jobs. I've done that whole thing, but I've always seen by example in my entire family that it's always better to create a job that you love than to find a job that you're miserable in. So I've been self-employed for more than half of my life, actually. My whole adult life I've been self-employed. Even if I've had a day job or a side job that was like a normal clock in and clock out job, I've always had a business that I've started or ran or did something with, because I've always had that mentality. So I am super grateful for the way I was raised, for my family setting an incredible example of how to work extremely hard to get your goals instead of work extremely hard for someone else's goals. Also, the number one sorry, not number one. There's kind of like a tie, like a number one and number 1.5 thing that I'm extremely grateful for is my wife. My wife has been my fishing partner, my best friend, my soulmate, everything you could ever imagine that you would dream about having in a significant other. I got super lucky. I proposed to her on our bass boat when we were fishing one day because that was our thing. We fished together 5-6 days a week. She motivated me to take fishing more seriously and to try to be the best I could possibly be every single day in the sport. And she always helped me find ways to help other people, which is amazing. Like, she's such a great person. The other half of that is all the fans and supporters and friends that I have in the sport. You know, thanks to all you guys for supporting me and for building me up and helping me do what I do. It's given me opportunities to be able to do more and reach a bigger audience and help all my supporters out even more. So the reason why I'm able to do giveaways and have prizes donated to give away to you guys is because of the support from you guys. So I guess what I'm most thankful for is all the love and support in general. My entire life, I have so much love in my life and so much support in my life, and so many people set a great example for me to follow and for me to learn. And you know, a lot of my mentors I've been lucky enough for my mentors to become friends of mine, so I get to learn from them every day. So that's what I'm grateful for. It's almost surreal to think of the things that I can actually be grateful for, if that makes any sense. This mug is absolutely ridiculous. Like, when I tilt it to take a sip, I have to like throw this thing back, like my whole hand's in it, because this mug is so freaking big. It's a 32-ounce mug. Like 32. Like, if I try to hold it regular, look at this thing. This thing is ridiculous. So also, I decided to wear a very specific shirt today for Thanksgiving, which is my Attack Hunger Detroit shirt. If I can get the light on it, there we go. This is my Attack Hunger Detroit shirt, and this shirt I bought, so I made apparel for 12 years, so I don't buy custom apparel that often, because I only buy custom apparel to support the cause behind it, because I can kind of make any shirt that I want at this point. So it's hard for me to go somewhere and buy a custom shirt when I know that instead of paying $30 for it, I can get it for $5. But I buy certain things to support certain causes, and to me, it doesn't matter what the product is at that point. I just want to support the cause. So this is a charity in Detroit, in my hometown, a couple years ago, that I still wear the shirt. I still promote the cause and the homelessness, and you know, there's a lot of problems in Detroit. There's a whole lot. We don't need to go into all of them because that'd be the whole video, but Detroit's got some problems. So I wore the shirt specifically today because Thanksgiving is a time to not only realize what you're thankful for, but to realize what some other people may not be able to be thankful for. So if you have an amazing family, an amazing meal in front of you today, you got to remember that as thankful as you are for having that opportunity, there is thousands and hundreds of thousands of people who have nothing close to that opportunity. And that's what I'm going to try to do today. So I'm going to pick 3 charities today that I'm going to donate to, and they're all going to be something close to my heart. I'm going to find, I actually kind of already have an idea of which ones I'm going to be donating to today, but I'm going to find, I'm going to pick one in my local hometown in Detroit that I'm going to be donating to help feed homeless people and help put food on the table. There's another one that I am also going to be donating to that is to help underprivileged children and children who don't have families at this time of year. And I like to send presents out and gifts out to that charity. And then the other charity I'm going to find. I have not found it yet, but I'm going to look for a charity down here in Tennessee. And I am going to donate to that charity today for Thanksgiving. So that's my way of... I feel selfish for being able to be thankful for so many things when I know there's people who would do anything just to have a good meal today, or to have a family, or to have a little teeny fraction of the support that I am lucky enough to have. So that's what I'm going to do with my Thanksgiving today, is I'm going to go out and do some filming. The water is literally right there. That's Lake Chickamauga. That's Tennessee River right there. So I'm going to go do some filming I got to do this morning. And then as soon as I'm done with that, then I am going to... start doing some research around the local area and see what's around here in Tennessee that I can donate to, whether it's time, money, or if I can go pick up some supplies and drop them off somewhere. Someone just commented, Patrick Williford said, give to an animal shelter. So animal rescues is kind of something that I promote that all year long. So I donate, me and my wife both, we donate supplies, time, money, anything we can to animal rescues literally the entire year. So that's one of our biggest things. My wife's biggest concentration is animal rescues and supporting for animals. So I think we probably already have done something in the last day or two for an animal shelter, so I'm not going to specifically seek one out today, but I'm going to focus more on families and children for my 3 charities that I'm going to donate to today. So, because I feel like that's the biggest thing I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for my dog, obviously, but animal rescues, and so the 2 biggest things in my immediate family, so me and my wife, our biggest things that we do as far as charity and our concentration of our thoughts and what we can always do to help is with, my wife is focused mostly on animal rescues, which is also a big deal to me. And then I'm mostly focused on underprivileged children and children from abusive backgrounds. And it's kind of funny because that's part of the reason why we get along so well is I love kids more than anything. I think kids are the most amazing thing in the world. I also love animals, obviously. Dogs are like, all animals are amazing to me. Like, I never go out of my way to kill an animal. It's one of those things that it means a whole lot to me. But I let my wife handle a lot of that because she's so in tune with that stuff. She does work all the time for animal stuff. So I like doing the stuff for the kid stuff. So that's kind of what we're doing. So neither one of us have a whole lot of money. It's not like I'm making a ridiculous living fishing for a living, and most of you guys know that because you guys understand that this industry isn't big enough yet for anybody to be making a killing. I took a massive pay cut when I quit my day job so I could put all my time and focus and energy into building up my fishing career, my brand, and Bassquatch Hunter TV. I took a massive, astronomical, if I could talk about the financial part of all of it, openly, I think most of you guys would think I'm crazy, which I don't blame you because I think I am sometimes. But I took a massive pay cut. So instead of me donating money to a lot of charities lately, what I've been doing was donating time, and which I think is almost more important because some charities are set up where the CEO gets a $10 million bonus at the end of the year, and they spend more money on marketing materials, sending you a $100 gift for donating $50, and the money's not going to the cause. In my opinion, the money should be going to the cause more. So I like donating products and donating time because time is something, I think time is the most valuable thing that anybody has. So when you give someone your time, you're giving them a piece of your life. You're giving them something that you're never going to get back. If you give someone money, you'll always make money. You'll always get money. Money comes and goes. Money is useless. Literally, money is a physical thing that will always leave and return in your life. Just like any possession, you can always lose everything you've ever had. I've lost everything I've ever had more than once in my life. I've almost been homeless, and I've lost everything, and I've gained it all back and learned and got stronger and did it all over again. So the one thing I've learned is that time doesn't come back. So if you waste your time, or if you use your time incorrectly, or selfishly or foolishly, you don't get your time back. So when you give your time to somebody, I feel like you're giving literally a piece of your life. So I like donating time, which I don't have a lot of, but I always make sure I can find some time to donate to promoting and helping out and donating anything I can for charities that I believe in. So that's pretty much that part, I guess. So as soon as I end this video, I am going to head out to the water, do some filming, and I'm going to reach out to a few people I know in the area and ask them if there are any local shelters for Thanksgiving that I can go drop off some food to, and I'll go to the store and just buy a cart full of groceries and go drop them off somewhere. Or if there is a really good animal shelter in the area, maybe I'll go buy some dog food and some treats and toys and stuff and go drop that off. But that is my goal for the day, is to be able to go do that. So if I can find something local then where I can go drop it off in person, then I'll make sure I share that on Facebook so you guys can, you know, help donate and do your part and see what you can do to help out any local thing around here too. Unfortunately, I don't know the area that well, so I'm not sure what's out here. But, so moving on from that, during this video too, guys, feel free to post on here what you guys are thankful for. I'm really curious to see everyone else's opinions, because everybody is different, everybody has a different background, everybody has a different journey, everybody fights their own battles. So no matter how happy somebody is or how well off they are, everybody has their own internal battles. There's always something. And, you know, you never overlook that, just because sometimes people think that their problems are more important than others or they're worse than others. There is always somebody else that is worse. There's always somebody that has something that's worse than you, no matter how bad you think life is. So I'm always curious to see what people are thankful for, because sometimes people will be like, oh, I'm thankful for my new Ugg boots. And some people are like, I'm thankful to have a roof over my head. So I just really like to see the diversity, and I don't know, I'm just kind of a student of human nature, I guess. I like to see what people really cherish and what people actually take personally and seriously in their lives. And, you know, it's funny, like when you see those videos on YouTube of like the, you know, 12-year-old kids that are screaming and crying and their life is over and kill me now and nobody loves me because they got their iPhone taken away or they didn't get the newest iPhone for Christmas. When I see stuff like that, it's extremely painful to watch, because that wasn't my childhood. Like my childhood, I mean, we didn't have cell phones obviously, but my childhood, we had a very small house. I had a very, very, very humble upbringing. My parents worked multiple jobs, and you know, my parents still to this day, they work, you know, 15, 16-hour days. And you know, I grew up to really appreciate how hard people have to work for $1. Like, some people don't have it that easy. Some people have to literally sacrifice their bodies, their health, just so they can support a family. So John Bolton said, what kind of coffee is that? So this coffee, and this every time I see this mug on camera, it's ridiculous. 32-ounce coffee mug. This is Green Mountain breakfast blend. So I brought like a whole bag of my K-cups with me so I could have my coffee down here. Patrick Williford said he's thankful for his wife, family, my dogs, and my job. So that's a great thing to be thankful for. So a lot of times people will say they're thankful for their new car, or they're thankful for material things. So to see, yeah, Patrick Williford just said he's thankful for his family. So the one thing that he said too that I wanted to make sure you guys realize, he's thankful for his job. Like, you guys got to think about that. So he's thankful that he's able to work. So a lot of people out there are thankful for ridiculous, stupid material things. They don't realize how grateful they should be that they even have a job to begin with, because there's plenty of people out there that don't have jobs. People lose their jobs every single day. People get unemployed. People lose their jobs. People lose everything. And they can't find work, or they can't find a job, or they're not able to work. So that's a really good thing to be thankful for, dude. Thanks for sharing that one. Because I totally agree with you, man. I'm thankful like crazy that I have a job. I quit my career that I've had for 12 years in marketing. I've done plenty of things in those 12 years besides marketing, but I've always had that business. I had that company I started 12 years ago. I've been in it for 12 years. I left last year so I could solely focus on my Bassquatch Hunter TV and my fishing and everything like that. But I am thankful that I have work right now. I'm thankful that I have videos to film. I'm thankful I have fans and supporters that help my videos grow and help my YouTube channel grow so I can continue to keep on getting more work. And I have brands that believe in me. So like I said, that's the biggest thing I'm thankful for. It really is. I have people that believe in me. And you know, that's something a lot of people don't have. And you know, when you work with kids and you're around kids, you kind of realize how important it is just to believe in somebody. And no matter what age you are, it means a lot. It really does. To know that someone actually believes in you is, in my opinion, one of the best compliments that you could give somebody. And, you know, I watched a video, I think I posted on Facebook, but I watched a video last night, where this person went around their school and found teachers and students and just walked around and said they want to take pictures of them because they want to take pictures of something beautiful. And the reactions of everybody, just for being told they were beautiful, the reactions from everybody were incredible. Like, you know, it was kind of emotional to watch, because it's almost sad, because it takes this much to make someone's day. It really does. And someone could be having the worst day of their lives. They could be having a really bad time where they might not make it to the next day. And if someone stops them and just tells them that they're beautiful, or they believe in them, or anything, it could change their entire life. It really can. And so that's one of the things that I'm most thankful for in general, I guess, is that there's people out there, my family, my wife, my friends, my supporters on Facebook and YouTube, that actually believe in me, that actually believe that what I'm doing is leaving a positive impact, that's helping them somehow, whether it's in the sport, it's in their life, anything. They believe in what I'm doing, and that's one of the most amazing feelings that I've ever had, is just having the support and knowing that there's people that stand behind me, that there's people that are willing to not be selfish and not worry about their own egos, and they're more worried about just helping the overall greater good. So that's what I want you guys to do, though. I want you guys to post on this video and post what you're thankful for. And I don't care what it is. There won't be any judging. I don't care if you're thankful for your new kayak. I don't care if you're thankful for the biggest fish you caught, or if you're thankful for having food on the table. There'll be no judging or anything whatsoever. I just really like to see what different kinds of people are thankful for. Adventures 101 said, I'm thankful for everyone and anyone that is in remission. It's the best miracle. That's a great thing to be thankful for. It really is. That's an incredible thing to be thankful for. John Bolton said, I'm thankful for creation. It's another incredible thing to be thankful for. I guarantee there's going to be one guy on here that's like, I'm thankful for my new fishing pole. I'm thankful for that big old catfish I caught last week. Like, it's going to happen. Which is fine. As long as you're thankful for something and you realize no matter what situation you're in, there's somebody out there that has it worse. So you should be thankful for every breath, for every minute, for every friend, for every handshake, for every single penny that you have in your pocket. You should be grateful for every single day, not just today. Just because today is a holiday doesn't mean it's the only day we got to be thankful, or it's the only day that we need to talk about the subject. It's also something that you need to be reminded of daily. And every single time I get in this truck back here, every time I get in that truck, I'm thankful I have a vehicle. Caffeine and nicotine, it's what makes the oil field turn. But every time I get in that truck back there, I'm thankful I have a truck. Every time I open that trailer, I am thankful I have a trailer. I am thankful to have kayaks in my trailer. I'm thankful to be able to have the vehicle to get myself on the water where I can feel at peace, where I can, kayak fishing hasn't always been my passion, obviously. It's not something that I've been doing since I was a kid. It's not something my whole entire life I knew that I wanted to be a professional kayak fisherman or do videos. It's kind of my vehicle because it's just a different vehicle to get to the same goal. I've always liked helping people. I've always liked teaching. I've coached hockey. I coached hockey for 9 years. I've been playing hockey for 31 seasons straight my whole life. I taught guitar lessons for a long time. I play 9 instruments. I've been playing music my whole life. I taught mixed martial arts and self-defense. I trained for 11 years, and I did fighting and competing for a while, so I started coaching and training people for a long time. I love teaching. I love coaching. So kayak fishing was just a culmination of everything I've always loved about life, that I could find one thing, which was kayak fishing, where I can get on the water, I could feel peace, I could have my water therapy, I could find a competitive outlet for my competitive side. And John Bolton said, you play drums. Yes, I do. I play many types of drums. I've been in bands from heavy metal to jazz fusion to blues to everything. So yes, I do play drums. So I've always I've always liked finding outlets where I can help influence people, help teach people, and leave a positive impact on whatever I touch and whatever people I touch. So that's why my saying, since the day I started kayak fishing, of course I play cowbell. Who doesn't play cowbell? Yeah, blues rock and blues country is my favorite genre, just for the record. It's like, I love every genre. It's the same thing with, like, people always say, oh, you're a Detroit Red Wings fan because you live in Detroit. I'm like, no, I'm a hockey fan. I don't have a favorite team. I'm partial to the Red Wings because I grew up going to all their games, and I've met the whole 90s Red Wings team. I have autographs from all of them, and so I'm kind of partial to 90s hockey in general, but I'm a fan of the sport. My favorite players of the game are all over the world, so I'm not a fan of any specific part. So it's the same thing with music. I'm not a fan of any specific genre more than the other. I like talent. So I have no problem listening to Adele because Adele is incredible. Bruno Mars because Bruno Mars is amazing. Charlie Puth, Sam Smith. I'm not a big fan of pop music, but I'm a big fan of talent. I'm a big fan of actual artistry. Jack White, Eminem is a lyrical genius. Kid Rock, I'm not a huge fan of Kid Rock's music for most part, but I'm a huge fan of his marketing abilities, and I'm a big fan of the way he found an avenue to reach people. So, you know, like I always tell people, like, I don't, you know, there's Taylor Swift songs that I like. I mean, it's all on talent. If there's good lyrics, there's a good message, someone was extremely creative with music, I don't care what genre it is. But blues rock and blues country are probably the most meaningful genre, in my opinion, that reaches me the most. Like, Aaron Lewis is one of my favorite country artists, which is ironic because he didn't start out in the industry as a country artist, but he's always been a country artist. Aaron Lewis, his lyrics are incredible. His album, his Sinner album, is one of the best albums in the world. Like, I love that album so much. It's in my truck right now. It's on one of my fishing playlists. Is all Aaron Lewis. There's a guy named John Kenzie. If you guys have not heard of John Kenzie, you need to look that guy up. He's one of the best blues guys. Like, he's a kid. He's a young dude, and he's like got a 90-year-old soul. It's amazing. But either way, yeah, Aaron Lewis is absolutely amazing. That guy is like, if you listen to the words, there's a song, and I'll put this out there. I'm not afraid to share stuff with you guys. You know that. I'm not afraid to make this all personal and stuff. But there's a song he does called Lost and Lonely, and I listen to that song every single day. Every single day. Since the day that I heard that song, I have listened to it every single day. And that's not exaggerated. I listen to it. I mean, I've driven about 30 hours this week, and I have had it in my car every single time I get in the car. It's the first thing I play. Kevin Sandel said Jeff Healey. Dude, Jeff Healey is a beast. Jeff Healey is a blind guitar player, if you guys don't know who he is. If you haven't seen the movie Roadhouse, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, if you haven't seen the movie Roadhouse, then you need to watch it. But he's the guitar player and singer in the movie Roadhouse. Patrick Wilfer said Korn. So Korn is one of my favorite bands too, and people always get shocked when I say that, but Jonathan Davis was kind of like, when I was a kid, I had that like 90s angst kind of thing. Jonathan Davis kind of like just reached out to me. I don't know, like Korn was like a big deal to me too. Like the Life is Peachy album was big when I was a kid. Like, that was a big deal to me. Like, so was Metallica. Like, I learned, the first thing that I learned on guitar when I was a kid is I learned how to play every single Metallica song beginning to end on guitar. Like, every solo, every intro, every major riff, every single song on every album. So I did the same thing with Korn, Rage Against the Machine, Metallica, 311. I was in a 311 cover band for a while. So literally those bands definitely have a spot in my heart for sure. But anyway, I'm so off track right now. I don't even remember what I was talking about. This is what happens. I'm doing the thing where I pace back and forth and completely forgot what I was saying originally, but we started talking about music. But I'm going to go back to what I think I was talking about. But kayak fishing is just a vehicle for me to be able to reach people and help people in a positive way. It's also a way for me to reach myself. Like, if I didn't have supporters and if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would still be in love with kayak fishing. I would still do what I do every day, and I would still love to do what I do every day. So kayak fishing gives me the peace. It gives me my therapy, like me being on the water. Kevin Sandel said, sorry, my friends got to go. Hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Kevin, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving too, to you and your family, and I hope that everyone's safe and healthy and has a great day. So kayak fishing gives me my therapy. So when I go out on the water, it's like the only time in my life ever where I can be by myself and be in a small confined, I mean, not a small confined area because the kayak's wide open, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm trapped. Like, I can't get out and walk away. I have to paddle and work back to the shore if I want to leave. But it's the only time in my life that I've been restricted in a kayak or any vessel like that and could be by myself in the water and I have no worries. Like, it literally is the best therapy. And, you know, it's the best thing I've ever gone through. So kayak fishing is just a vehicle for me to be able to find my own peace and help others find their peace. So what I was talking about, this is total squirrel mode. I apologize for the ADD in this video, but we were talking about Aaron Lewis and the song Lost and Lonely. And like I said, I'm not afraid to be personal on here, and I've shared with you guys some personal stuff over the last few months here on here, so I'm not afraid of it. I always tell everybody my best and worst quality is that I'm very honest. Everything I say and everything that comes out of my mouth is right from my heart. I have no filter from my heart to my mouth, so whatever I feel comes out. So I don't even know what I'm going to say in these videos until I start talking. So when you guys hear me say it, it's the first time I hear it too. But so Aaron Lewis does a song, Lost and Lonely, and I listen to it every day. It's in my car every day. It's the first song I listen to in the morning. It's the first song I listen to when I get in the car. It's the first song I listen to when I get in the water. The words of that song have gotten me through so much. I've always had anxiety and depression my entire life. It was a big problem when I was younger because I wasn't mature enough to understand it. I wasn't mature enough to deal with it, and no one really understood it. And, you know, up until recently, I've never really met anybody that has understood, you know, the depths and all the facets of my depression and anxiety. So recently I have a really good friend that somehow everything just kind of made sense, and I've been able to talk about more of my anxiety and depression and stuff like that. But that song has been amazing for me. The words of that song just kind of get you. They really do. Even if you don't have anxiety issues or depression issues or anything like that, that song gets you. It really does. Like, if you listen to the words of that song, and I tell everybody this, even if you don't like country, listen to that song. It's so deep and it's so real, and you can tell the way Aaron Lewis, you know, the way he delivers the lyrics it's just pure art. Like, you know, he's putting his emotion in it. You can feel his emotions through that song. So if you guys haven't heard that song, look up Aaron Lewis, Lost and Lonely. It is a huge part of my life. It really is. What else we're going to talk about today? This took a weird turn today, huh? So much for the normal Coffee with Bassquatch videos. So, let's talk about fishing. So Sunday I went fishing out on Sail Creek Campground Launch on Lake Chickamauga. Monday I went to North Carolina. I went to the Feel Free headquarters. I agree with you, John Bolton. It's an amazing song. I agree, and that's another song where his emotions were right through the lyrics. So I went to North Carolina, visited with Feel Free on Monday. Then I drove another hour away, went to Lake Lure, and got to fish out there, which was amazing. Me and Denver McClure from Feel Free and Jim Hager went out to Lake Lure and had a great time. Such amazing people. And came back. I fished... Tuesday I fished Soddy Daisy launch on Lake Chickamauga, which is a new launch for me, which was beautiful. And then yesterday, Chad Hoover came out, met with me on the Sail Creek launch, and me and him fished out there and paddled forever. We paddled super far out to get away from the wind because it was super heavy gusts yesterday. And Chad caught one of the biggest perch I've ever seen in my entire life. Actually, the biggest perch I've ever seen in person in my entire life. And then I got a somewhat decent bass a little bit after that. And then today I am kind of taking it a little bit easy, which is kind of nice, but at the same time I kind of missing, like, I can see the lake right there. So it's really hard for me not to be on the water already. But I'm going to go out there today and get some filming done for some product videos that I need to film today. And I'm not really going to be able to fish, I don't think, but, you know, who's going to stop me? I'm going to have to. I can't see water and have my kayak and not go fishing, so I'm going to fish a little bit. And then... I will go from there back back to my in-laws' house, and then we're gonna have Thanksgiving dinner as a family. So tomorrow, which is Thursday or Friday if you're keeping track, tomorrow I'm going to meet up with Chad Hoover's coming down again, or coming over technically. Chad Hoover's going to come out tomorrow, meet up with me and a few other guys that I met on the water the other day. Dana, John, there's a couple guys that I met on the water the other day. Super awesome, great guys, and a true testament of why I love a sport. I met some random guys on the water, and now we've been texting every day like we're best friends. Like it's super cool. Like some really good guys. So they're going to come out tomorrow too and hang out with us while we film and fish. And then I think Chad and possibly Gene are going to come out again on Saturday. And then we're going to go fish a different launch on Saturday. And then Sunday I'm driving home. So Sunday I'll have a 12-hour drive back to Michigan and get back home so we can get all my camera gear figured out. I got to figure out how to fix my camera or replace my camera lens because I shattered my lens yesterday. As soon as I got my camera out yesterday, Chad pulled up. I got my camera out. I started doing some filming. I set my tripod down. I went to walk away. The wind caught my camera, blew it over. It fell right on the lens. And it's my bigger lens, my telephoto lens, which I guess it's cheaper than my pancake lens and my interview lens, but I'm still not happy about it. John Bolton said, "Where are you now?" I am in Sale Creek, Tennessee. So that's Lake Chickamauga behind me. That's the Tennessee River right there. So I got to figure out my camera lens, if I can get it fixed, which I don't think that's going to be. I think it's going to be cheaper for me to buy a new one. So I got to figure that out when we get back, and then start working on videos. I have like 7 videos to edit. So I've been collecting footage and film for 2 weeks, not counting this trip. So there's a whole lot. There's about 8 product videos coming your way. There's 4 or 5 Bassquatch Hunter TV episodes coming your way. So there's a whole lot of footage I've been collecting. So yesterday my main GoPro, my Hero 5, on my swivel Railblazer boom, I hit it with my paddle on accident yesterday. So as soon as I pulled my camera out, I broke my lens, and I just kind of threw it in the case and said, screw it, I'll deal with it later. You know, I got things to do, I got to work. I can't stop and cry over spilt camera lenses. So I went out in the water. As soon as we launched, I hit my camera boom with my paddle, and it knocked my boom off my kayak because I did not secure it correctly because I was in a hurry and wasn't thinking, because I was kind of, in my mind, I was kind of going crazy over my camera lens. So I was kind of freaking out in my head, so I forgot to secure my camera boom all the way, hit it with my paddle, knocked it in the water. My first thought was, great, now my $400 GoPro is on the bottom of Lake Chickamauga. Now I lost my GoPro. This is great. Luckily, I forgot, because I haven't had to use them since I've gotten them, I forgot that I have the Savior Outdoors retrieval devices on my cameras. So I have these little devices about this big, and if they go in 4 foot of water or more, or they soak in water for more than like 15-20 minutes, not like rainwater, but like actually sitting in concentrated water, they deploy a bobber with 60 feet of braided fishing line on them, so you can retrieve your bobber, pull the line, and get your rods or your camera gear, whatever you want, out of the water. Genius idea. So I've had those camera mounts on for over a year. They've been in rainstorms, they've been in my humid trailer with moisture on them. They've never deployed. I honestly almost forgot that I had them. So camera boom fell in the water. Luckily, I grabbed the boom partially, and then I grabbed the fishing line that was attached to it from the retrieval device and pulled the boom up. But the bobber floated up like 15 feet away, and I totally forgot. I was like, holy crap. So the bobber had 70 feet of line on it, so obviously I was drifting in the wind really quickly, so the bobber floated away, but I had to pull it in. So the pictures I posted yesterday, the reason why the camera boom was back in my kayak and the bobber was still in the water is because the bobber ended up going about 50 feet, maybe 30 feet away from me in the wind. But if I didn't catch the line, the braid line floats, so I got really lucky, but I would have been able to grab the bobber and pull my camera off the bottom. Like, it could have been 50 foot down in the river, and I would have still saved my GoPro. So the value of that device is priceless to me, because I just saved a $400 camera, and not only that, because the camera's replaceable, but the time that I put into filming and the footage I had from fishing the last couple days on that camera, is priceless to me because I can't get that back. So that retrieval device didn't just save me $400, didn't just save me my camera boom. It saved me all of the time and footage. And if you guys remember earlier in this video, I talked about how time is the most valuable thing in the world because you never get it back. It's the only thing you can spend and you can never earn. You can never get it back. So I got my time back, my footage that I spent time making. So the Saver retrieval device for my GoPros is probably the most valuable piece of equipment on my kayak right now. So yeah, that was my day yesterday. That was fun. Patrick Wilford said, "What was this? Sorry, I was getting another cup." It's fine, dude. You're gonna have to watch it back. I can't repeat 10 minutes of this to annoy everybody from repeating myself. I already repeat myself enough as it is, and I get sidetracked so much. But it's a really good story, dude. So make sure you listen to it because it's extremely helpful. I just had 2 questions that I missed. Are you having turkey with your fishing family today? I'm having turkey with my real family today. I was actually, it's funny because the other day I was like, you know what, I should invite anybody and everybody in Tennessee or surrounding areas to meet me somewhere and have Thanksgiving dinner. But then I was like, wait, most people have families they're gonna spend time with, blah, blah. So my in-laws, where I'm staying right here in Tennessee, they're making dinner. So me, my wife, my mother-in-law and father-in-law are all gonna have dinner together tonight. So that's my Thanksgiving dinner. My parents back in Michigan, we almost every year we have Thanksgiving dinner with them, so we're gonna make up for that when we get back. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, fishing related, non-fishing related, it doesn't really matter what it's about. If you guys want to ask any questions at all, feel free to post them in the video below. If the video is not live anymore, I will go back and answer them any single time you post a comment or question. Also, you guys got to remember, these live video feeds are kind of like a virtual or visual podcast. So they're also meant to start discussions. So for you guys to talk about things with each other. So you guys can ask each other questions. You can start discussions on here. So that's the best thing about these live videos is you guys can have full conversations with each other, answer each other's questions, ask me questions, and you guys can all try to answer them too. You know, these are public forums. So these videos go live. They don't disappear. They stay on YouTube on my channel, and I don't edit them. I don't go through and change anything. I don't take out anything I say. I don't delete questions unless they're incredibly ridiculous or offensive. So feel free to post anything on these videos too, and you know, interact with each other. Patrick Williford said, "You coming to Louisiana anytime soon?" Yes, I really want to. John Bolton said, "Me and Patrick are the only ones talking." I agree, dude. I have no idea why you and Patrick are the only ones talking. Usually people are a lot more active on these videos, and for some reason, people are being shy today. So that's what I'm grateful for right this second. I'm grateful that you and Patrick are having conversations on here because for some reason people are being quiet. I'm not quite sure why. So if you're watching this video live, comment something to let me know you're here. If you're watching this after it's live, comment something anyway because it's the right thing to do. Because there's only 2 people having conversations on here, and we should all be having conversations on here. It's Thanksgiving. See, there you go, Brandon Kidd, thank you. It is sad, I agree. So if you guys watched any of my other Coffee with Bassquatch videos, because there's 10 other episodes on here so far, people are usually a lot more talkative and a lot more active. I don't know if it's because it's Thanksgiving and people have the day off work so they're sleeping in, or they just don't feel like talking. But yeah, or maybe it's because my content is boring today. Maybe I was boring everybody rambling on about personal stuff and charities and stuff, I guess. I don't know. But most importantly, I hope everybody that watches this video, anybody who listened to this video, or anybody who thought that they were gonna watch the video and forgot to or anything, I hope everybody has a wonderful, amazing, incredible Thanksgiving and even better holiday season. And if you woke up today, then you're already on a pretty good start. So so don't forget what you're thankful for. Don't forget what makes you guys happy. Don't forget what makes others happy. And remember, every day that you're on this earth is another day that you can help somebody else be thankful as well. So don't be too selfish with your lives because not everybody gets one. So Have an awesome day, guys. Thanks for hanging out and watching. Thanks for enjoying my ridiculous coffee mug that my wife got me. And make sure you guys comment on here. I want to see some comments on this video even after it's live, and let me know what you guys are thankful for and why. Ask some questions. Let's get some conversations going on this video. And when I get back to Michigan next week, then you will see another Coffee with Bassquatch Volume 12, which I expect to see more of you guys talking on there and a little more interaction. So, like I said, if I could find a local spot today to go to drop off some goodies for Thanksgiving, then I will be coming at you guys on Facebook. So make sure you guys check out the Facebook page, either Bassquatch on Facebook or the Mike McKinstry Facebook page, my personal page. It's another thing you guys got to realize. My personal Facebook page is also my professional Facebook page. I started making a separate one 2 years ago where I had Mike McKinstry Fishing, and I decided to merge them together because I don't want to hide anything from you guys. There's nothing different for my personal life, for my professional life. I'm the same person. There's no fakeness, there's no persona, I literally share every detail of my life with all my supporters and fans because I want you guys to know who you're actually talking to. So there's no separate character I play, nothing. Those of you guys who've had time to talk to me on the phone or in person or anything can definitely attest to that I talk this much in person. I talk this openly in person and on the phone, and I'm always willing to have chats. So either way, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have an awesome Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody out there has a nice, safe, warm place to eat and have a great time with their family. So I will see you guys on the water and see what happens for the rest of the day. Thanks, guys. I'm trying to end the video and it's not ending. For some reason, it's not letting me end the video. There it is. All right, see you guys.